Hello everybody, I'm Toyah.
And I'm Robert.
And we're in Robert's sacred sanctum of his library.
What possibly can I say to that?
You come in here, you're like a little troglodyte, snuffling around your books. You're so happy in here.
It's true.
So what's your upbeat moment this week?
Well, little lovey, going to London with you for 3 wonderful events. The first of which was the premiere of Helen David's documentary by her son Oliver.
37 seasons?
37 seasons. Helen David.
It was amazing because I first met Oliver when he was about 6 months old. He could have been a little bit older, but he got his hands on a Toblerone. And Helen is one of these very pristine fashion designers. And Ollie was kind of crawling around their lounge in Highgate, covered in Toblerone. And I was trying to avoid him. He was just a fabulous young man on Monday night presenting his documentary.
And it was stunning. It was an insight into a friend of ours now, friend for 35 years since I've known Colin and Helen.
Well, we've been married, we're coming up to 39 years, and I knew Helen before you did, so yes. At least 40 years.
So to see the creative and professional side of a friend that I hadn't really seen before.
And everyone in the Soho hotel viewing room, we knew, but we don't get to see them often. What we love about this friendship is every time we see these amazing people, it can be 2 years later, it can be 4 years later, we pick up where we left off. And I love that about friendships, that can happen, that there is no time between us. It was lovely.
And then on Tuesday evening, we went to Hotel El Posho.
Claridge's.
Yes, and it's very posh.
And this was after one of the most amazing lunches that we had with Lol Cream of 10cc and Trevor Horn. We just had the most fantastic lunch. We thought it would be a quickie. And 3.5 hours later, we were still round the table just having the most amazing conversation. Claridge's was gorgeous, and it was the Radio Times covers party. And if you watch Toyah at home, you've already seen this. Ray Burnisman took these amazing photos of us when we started Strictly, and Radio Times very generously have given us framed copies. And my goodness, the evening was amazing, but we're both teetotal now, and there was champagne was flowing. It was loud. It was full. It was boisterous. There were fellow Strictly contestants there and dancers. And it was really lovely.
And introduced and presented by Sir Lenny Henry.
Oh my goodness, Sir Lenny Henry. Talk about respectability. I think I last saw him when he was throwing a pie in my face on Tiswas.
Lenny, for 40 years, has given so much of himself to comic relief. This man has my respect and gratitude.
It's astonishing what he's done. And he produces great TV as well. Absolutely astonishing. What are my things? Well, I start rehearsals next week for Now the Musical, and then I go in for a week in Edinburgh. That's after I play the beach in Dubai. I fly to Dubai for 1 day, do a show on the beach, and then I'm in Edinburgh the next day opening Now the Musical with the whole team that have been touring this musical for 2 years. So they must be either incredibly fit or incredibly tired. So that I'm really looking forward to that. There is a lot going on. My career and my life seems to be going into a different gear and into a different phase. And you talk about 20-year cycles.
21 years cycles.
And you think I'm at the beginning of a cycle?
Yes, I do.
This is good. Well, I mentioned 2 weeks ago, we both had very powerful dreams about Bill, and Bill walked towards me.
Mr. Bill Rieflin.
And gave me a gift. And I was thinking, what is this gift? What is he giving me? What's in this box? And I realised it was his favourite book, The Gift. So I've started to read it. It's doing me a lot of good as a kind of enclosed rat bag. We're talking about how we can give back and how we give gifts that never stop in their cycle, which is what this book is about. It's about how ancient civilizations would give gifts to each other and to strangers that never stopped the movement of the gift, and it never became monetized.
The quality of a gift is that it remains in motion.
So that's what I'm reading this week. Everybody, we will see you tomorrow for a Vintage Sunday lunch, and have a wonderful weekend. 1st of February. Oh, I can feel spring coming. Lots of love from me, Toyah.
And from Robert. Thank you, love.